another crock pot soup recipe for you guys today, and this is cheeseburger soup. Oh my goodness, you guys are gonna love it. I love cooking soups in January, so that's why you're seeing soups all this month, because we're having a lot of soup up in this house. But anyway, you guys, let's just go ahead and get started on cheeseburger soup. Okay, so getting started on the cheeseburger soup, you're going to need your crock pot insert. Absolutely love using the crock pot to cook with. Anyway, what's going in the crock pot first? 2 large peeled and chopped up potatoes there, and then also 1 large onion. Remember, if you don't like onions, you do not have to add them here. Also, we're going to put in 2 cups of shredded up carrots. Oh my, love. Also, about 2 cups of chopped up celery. Go ahead and use those celery leaves because they have lots of flavor in them, so you want to be sure and use those as well. Also, 3 to 4 cups of chicken broth. Now, if it ends up not being enough, you can always make more, so don't worry about that. But you do want to make sure that everything's covered up really well. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add some seasonings. 1 teaspoon of cilantro, 1 teaspoon of oregano, and 1 teaspoon of basil. Oh my. And then you can salt and pepper to taste. Whatever you and your family like here. Now this is going to go on the heat. If you put it on low, you want to cook it about 6 to 8 hours, just until all your vegetables are nice and tender. It may not take that long. If you want to cook it on high, of course it's not going to take that long, maybe 4 or 5 hours, if that. Mine usually cooks pretty fast, so I usually have mine done by 3 hours, something like that. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get this cooking. And oh my goodness, it's gonna be smelling so good in here. Okay, so once all of your vegetables are nice and tender, you want to go ahead and add about a pound and a half of ground beef that you have gone ahead and browned in your skillet and have drained all the excess grease off. And you just want to go ahead and pop that in there like so. And give it a good stir, mix it up. And then you're going to be adding 16 ounces of Velveeta cheese. Now I buy Velveeta in the big block, and I just sectioned off 16 ounces and cut it into cubes. So we're just going to pop that in there. Now you're just going to let this continue to cook until all of your cheese is nice and melted and everything is nice and hot again. Also, in goes 2 cups of half and half. Yumminess right there. Okay, now we're just going to add just a little bit of thickener to this soup so it's not quite so runny. So how I make my thickener normally is I just use a little bit of cornstarch. Now this is cornstarch, and I buy mine in the large containers because I use so much of it. But I'm just going to add a little bit of that into a bowl, and I added some of the half and half to it and made kind of like a creamy mixture out of it. And if you find that your soup is not as thick as you want it to be, just add a little bit more. But you want to make sure that you add some kind of liquid, either water or milk, to your cornstarch, because if you pour it into your soup, your hot soup, is going to get clumpy. So you don't want all those little lumps in there. So go ahead and mix it up real good. Pour it right into your soup, and that will thicken up as time goes on. But like I say, if it's not thick enough for you, just add some more. So now we're just going to make sure that all of our cheese is melted and everything gets nice and hot again after adding in that cold milk. Okay, y'all, so this cheeseburger soup is all done and looking oh so fabulous. I'm just gonna dip some up here, and then I'm gonna have a little taste and see what it tastes like. Oh my goodness, I know one thing, smells oh so yummy. Okay, y'all, gonna taste this cheeseburger soup. It's hot. Mmm. That is so good. So I hope that you guys will give this cheeseburger soup a try because you're gonna love it. It's fabulous. Nice and warm on a cold winter's day. So anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye now.